Many kids are gearing up to head back inside the classroom for the first time since the start of the pandemic, but all the uncertainty surrounding that can create a lot of anxiety for parents and kids.
Fox 12's Haley Rush sat down with a school psychologist for some tips on how to start preparing those kids now.
First off, the psychologist I spoke with says kids are more resilient than most of us think, and he's optimistic about the transition back. But he did offer some simple tips to help get them ready now.
Is the thought of heading back to school stressful? Jed Thomas, a school psychologist with Salem-Keizer Public Schools, says there are ways to prepare your kids now, like simply talking to them about any worries they may have, as well as what they're excited about.
Because I think partly kids have a perception about going back based upon how they read their parents' perceptions and how parents are discussing the return to school. So I think that can be a really positive and an important influence to help kids know that they've been through a lot and they're really pretty resilient and they're doing a good job.
Another tip, asking your child what goals they would like to set for themselves when it comes to learning.
Because those are aspects that teachers will listen to. Those are part of a conversation that teachers are already prepared to engage with and have done so. And I think it's helpful for parents to recognize that much of this preparation for transitioning back is already beginning in conversations in the classrooms with teachers.
As for specific age groups, Thomas says kindergartners and first graders thrive on predictability. So describing what school is like and what they can expect on a daily basis is important.
It's giving them an opportunity to sort of mentally rehearse and prepare themselves. I think that alone and the fact that these kids are not starting in September, there is already a relationship. They'll be able to really talk about this teacher that they've already had and talk about what it is that they've been excited about, what it is that they've really wanted to learn more about.
For older kids, he says they're thinking more about the social aspect when returning.
And talk about what has been a challenge before and what is something that they've had an opportunity to reflect upon, because most kids, particularly secondary kids, have had a long time to think about what they've missed, what they've appreciated about their friends they haven't been able to do.
And he says teachers are prepared to handle most things you may have concerns about, like not falling behind, learning to socialize, or even following new health guidelines.
I think that it will be helpful, though, to just consider that so much groundwork has already been laid. And if anything else, to take a deep breath, and it's going to be okay.
Thomas is clear parents know their children best and how much preparation they may or may not need. He says if your kid does go back to school and is still struggling, he recommends talking with their teacher first. He says the teacher can sometimes relieve some of those concerns, or they can direct them to someone else like a counselor. Haley Rush, Fox 12 Oregon.